Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to use and integrate Vue I18n with Laravel. Vue I18n is an awesome internationalization library that will make your Vue.js applications multilingual and user-friendly. So let me show you here on Code with Steph, okay? I have three languages available and they are English, Spanish, and Portuguese as well. And every time I click the button, it will change automatically. And if you have any question, please just leave a comment. All right? Thank you guys. Thanks. Perfect. So now I have a Laravel project here. And by the way, I'm not using Laravel White, okay? I'm using Laravel Mix. I kind of prefer, so yeah. If you create a project with Laravel now, by default it will come with White, but you can just change it to Laravel Mix, right? So I already have installed what I need, okay, which was Laravel Mix with Tailwind. I don't know if I'll be using, but I have Vue.js here. I installed the version 2 because again I prefer, and also Vue I18n, and the version is 8.28. So just to let you know that you need to be careful with the versions, because if you're using Vue 3, for example, this version I don't think will be working for you, so you can just install the newest version of Vue I18n. Okay, just be aware of this version situation, because not even all versions will match with the other versions, if you know what I mean. Right, so what we're going to do first is we are going to create files for the language we want to support. So I'm going here to my resources. Then inside JS, I am going to create a folder called links, but you can name whatever you want, like languages or locale, whatever you want, okay? I'm gonna just name links. And I like to keep things organized, so for each language I'm going to create a folder as well. So for this video I'm just going to use English and Portuguese. So AN for English, and then PT for Portuguese. And then I also want to create an index file. Okay, so index.js for links, and then each folder inside links will also have an index file. Okay, so just create this here very quickly. Right, so guys, inside these folders I am going to have JSON files. Okay, it has to be JSON, and within these files we'll have your message. Okay, the message that you want to translate, for example. Let me create here so you will be able to see, and it will be a little bit easier. So let me create a new file, and I'm gonna name it welcome.json. Okay, so something simple, nothing fancy. And we are going to open an object. Okay, and then we are going to work with key value pairs. All right, so for example, let me write down welcome. Okay, the value will be in string, and let's see, welcome to our website. Okay, let's write another one. Greetings. Hello though. Okay, and we are going to do pretty much the same within the Portuguese file. Okay, so let me create one file here, welcome.json. Just gonna paste this there, and then I'm just going to translate that, which is bem-vindo ao nosso website. E hello, John Doe. Okay, I'm Brazilian, so I speak Portuguese. Oh, sorry. I meant olá. I meant to say olá. I'm sorry. Awesome. So let's just put this file aside for a while, and let's go back to index.js. And basically what I'm gonna do within this file is just pretty much import the other file, the message that I want to translate. So for example, I'm just gonna import welcome from welcome.json, and I'm gonna use the export keyword to make sure we'll be able to access this outside this module, this file. Okay, so pt, and then just welcome. Perfect. And then I'm gonna do the same, just copy that, just gonna do the same here, and then just en. Then I'm gonna close this. Then inside this index, I'm just gonna, so here I'm just gonna import pt and en. And export const again. Right, so basically what I'm doing here is just making sure I will be able to access this information outside this module, outside this file. Okay, so I will be able to use this file throughout my application. Okay, so now we are going to close out this. Then we are going to create a file called inside JS. Okay, called I18n.js. Alright, and here we are going to set up our I18n.js, okay, our Vue I18n. So we're just going to import Vue from Vue, import Vue I18n from Vue, perfect, which is very handy. Then we are going to tell Vue to use Vue I18n, okay. Then we are going to import length, which will be this variable here, okay. Okay, now we are going to create a new instance for Vue I18n, okay. And then we are going to give a few options inside, which we are just going to set up like the default language, which for now will be English, okay. So we can just say locale en for English. And then I also like to set the fallback locale, which is just like if the language is not available, you will go back to the default language, which is the English, right? Yeah. And then import messages, which will be lengths. So far so good. Awesome. Now we also need to import Vue inside our app.js. Okay, I'm just gonna copy because, right. Okay, and here we also need to import the file I18n, okay, from, awesome. So down here, I'm just gonna create a new Vue instance, okay, new Vue. I'm also gonna give some options, and then I'm just gonna tell it to render the component to the DOM, okay. So we are going to create this component called app in a minute, all right. And then we are just going to ask to mount the Vue instance, okay, with an ID of app. We are going to sort this out in a minute as well. That looks good to me. Awesome. So now we are going to create our first Vue component, okay, and I just like to kind of put the components inside the same folder, so I don't create another folder called views. I just put them in the same component, the same folder called component, which I'm going to create inside the JS folder. So components, and then I'm just going to create a file, a Vue component called app, and then I'm going to import here. Awesome, that looks good to me. And I'm just gonna create a div here and a p text just to put test there. So I'll just make sure if it's working properly. Before I try to see on a browser if it's working, I just want to do a few changes here on this page. But first, just want to let you know that I am using Laravel Valet, okay? So I'm just going to double check that if my URL is working properly. So first I'm just going to run this command because I want Valet to link my current URL, okay. Just gonna put my awesome. So apparently it should be working now, so let me see here. View, awesome, looks good to me. Perfect. So I'm just gonna delete all this, I don't need it. Just gonna put title there. View I18n. Awesome. So inside my body, I am going to create a div with an ID of app. So I will render my Vue instance within this div. Okay. So the ID will be app. And then I want to create another blade.php called root.blade.php, and then I actually want to change this one to app as well. App.blade.php. Yeah, I'm just gonna change that now. So I need to change my routes here, and it's not going to be welcome anymore, it's actually going to be root. So I can close that. So inside my root.blade.php, I want to extend my app.pledge.php. Okay, and then I want to put a section there called content, right? And inside here I want to render my app.view. Then here I'm going to ask it to stop. Perfect. So let's go back to our app.pledge.php, and here I'm gonna render my content from root.pledge.php. Okay. So now we just need to add our compiled JavaScript to our HTML. Okay, so I'm just gonna open the script tag here. And like I said, I'm using Laravel Mix. Okay, so my compiled JavaScript will be within my public folder, then inside JS, and this will be my compiled JavaScript. Okay, and so just to include our compiled JavaScript to our web application, we need to add the source, which will be our path to our compiled JavaScript, which is /js/app.js. And that looks good to me. Now if we just go to our browser, apparently it is working. Let me refresh here. No errors apparently. So that's Vue components. Am I compiling? I am. Hard refresh. There you go. Awesome. So we are now displaying our components on the browser. So now I can just show you how to switch the language. Okay, so now let's just go back to our code, and I'm just gonna delete this. I don't need that anymore. So I'm gonna open a /I18n tag, okay? And then here I'm gonna open the mustache, which is just a double curly braces, okay? And in here I'm gonna call the translations. I can just do that by calling $T, and then I'm gonna start calling my files. All right, and just close this, guys. It's a little bit driving me crazy. Right, so I'm gonna open my parentheses, then string, and then I want to go right here and links en and welcome. I want to be able to access this file and then the JSON within the file. Okay, so to do that I would just call the file, which is welcome.welcome, and that will give me this string right there. Okay, so it's welcome.welcome, and I also want to be able to get the greetings, so I'm just double that, and I want to p tag that, and that will be greetings or just greetings. Awesome. And down here I'm gonna add a button, okay, so I can demonstrate when I want to change the translation, okay, the language. Just gonna close that, and right here I'm gonna add an add click, and the method will be just change link. And inside here I'm just gonna write toggle language. Okay, then language. That's correct. No, it's not. So down here I'm just gonna add methods, and then change link. Okay, that will be my method. And then inside my method I'm just gonna say this $I18n.locale equals to this dot I18n equals to English. So what the hell is going on here? So basically this is saying, this is accessing the current language, okay? And I'm saying here that if the current language, sorry, I forgot to write locale there. And I'm just saying that if the current language is equals to English, I'm just gonna remain as it is. If it's not, I want to bring the the Portuguese language, and if it is, I'm just gonna want to keep the English. Okay, does it make sense? Just gonna put the same line, yeah. Did you guys understand? Oh no, let me try to explain again. So basically this will hold the current language, okay? And I'm just saying that if the current language is equals to English, then I'm just checking that if it's equal. If it's not, I want to check, I want to put the Portuguese, and if it is, I just want to keep with the English. Got it? So let's see if that's okay. Let me just save that, and let's go back to our browser. Okay, it looks okay. If we click here, awesome. Do we have any errors? We don't. Perfect. So let's just toggle that, and that works fine for me. Awesome. So guys, that was the video, okay? And I really hope you guys had enjoyed, and I think I will be recording again in Portuguese, okay, for my people from Brazil. So that's it. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions, please just leave a comment, okay? I will be replying you all. Thanks so much, you guys. Have a good day. Bye.